Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the Mighty Jingles. It seems like it's time for our weekly Who's Better Than a Rorik 78 in a Light Tank video, because it's another light tank video. Honestly though, Rorik doesn't mind, he loves watching a good light tank battle as well as anybody else. Today's contender for the crown is Forever Noob in the smallest of smally tanks, the ELC Even 90 in this Tier 8 battle here on the Sound River map. And when I say smallest of smally tanks, I ain't messing around, your car is probably bigger than this thing. And when you're in a light tank, that's actually a major advantage, because this tank is basically invisible. It's also very fast, and it has a 90mm gun. Weird turret though. Turret offset to the side, gun offset to the other side of the turret. This basically means that the gun is actually mounted in the centre line of the tank, which ensures that it doesn't spin the turret around every time they fire the gun. That was the reason for the weird turret and gun placement. But enough about that, he's not really going to be using the gun much in today's video. Today, I mean, he's already racking up no spotting damage as yet. Oh wait, I spoke too soon. But certainly lots of spotting. Gotten himself set up in an extremely aggressive early spotting position here in this very, very suspicious looking bush, and he's really already starting to rack up the spot damage. Now, to be a good light tank driver, you need to know when you've outstayed your welcome, and this requires nerves of steel. Wait for it. Yeah, time to go. Now, this did cost him basically half of his health. He was probably hoping that the team would eliminate that nomad for him, so he wouldn't have to evacuate the bush. Fortunately, thanks to this very handy rock back here, he doesn't have to move that far away, and the enemy nomad has been forced out as well. Now at this point, half your health gone, right at the start of the battle, most light tank drivers would think, right, well, that's it for me today, I'm not taking any more chances. Forever Noob, however, not only has nerves of steel, he also has balls of steel. He's just waiting for that nomad to be encouraged by his team to bugger off. Although he is remarkably persistent. You have to wonder what the T-92 light tank on the enemy team is up to if a Tier 8 tank destroyer like that nomad is being as aggressive as this. Basically doing the spotting job for the enemy team. Now remember, if you get within 50 metres of an enemy tank, regardless of line of sight issues, you're going to get spotted. So he's moved up to this tiny little bush here, which is still entirely capable of keeping him concealed. And he's exactly 70 metres away from the nomad. So he's spotting him. The nomad is not spotting him in return. And the nomad is dead. Right. Now remember, a dead tank can still spot you for a couple of seconds after it died. So he's not in any rush to move forward just yet. Making sure the coast is clear, and then he moves back up to his original spotting location. Now despite their 3 losses, the enemy team do actually have a 2,000 hit point advantage over Forever Noob's team here. Which means the tanks on his team, while they're not dying yet, they are taking a bit of a beating. Which means we can start to expect, yep, there it is, some casualties soon. Oh, there's another one. Not good. Oh, he's spotted the Scorpion G, an extremely dangerous tank destroyer with a very big 128mm gun. Can somebody shoot that guy, please? Well, that works too, I suppose. It's all spot and damage for Forever Noob. Doesn't pay to be fussy. Oh, hello. Team have just lost a T-69. Although the hit point difference between the two teams is more or less even. Guys, would somebody please shoot the Scorpion G? I mean, it's sitting right there on top of a ridge. Probably doesn't even know it's spotted. Oh, no, it's moving. Yep, probably. Well, it might not know it's spotted. It could just have nothing to shoot at, so it's trying to move to a better position. Hello, what's going on back here? This isn't good. Although they are spotted, so it's not like he really needs to move. And there are more targets popping up. Patience. Wait for it. Yep, Hurry 2, respotted. That thing needs to get shot. And artillery, only too happy to oblige, doesn't hit it of course, but does blow its tracks off, and again unfortunately there's just nobody in the position to shoot at it other than the artillery. And the team have just lost another tank. And there's the enemy T-92. Now remember, Forever Noob isn't spotted, but at least one person on the enemy team is getting very suspicious about this bush. He's racking up more spot damage now, but this T-92 is getting uncomfortably close. Yep, time to go. He cannot afford to take another hit. Shot whistles past his turret there. T92 definitely spotted him. He bugged out at exactly the right moment, and the T92 has been eliminated by a friendly Nomad. And again, remember, dead tanks can still spot you for a few seconds after they die, so he doesn't immediately rush back. In fact, there's a skill, and I think it's for the radio operator in the tank, that extends the time which you will continue to spot targets after your tank's been knocked out. And it's the kind of thing that light tank players generally take, so I mean, it's generally not the first skill that a light tank radio operator is going to take, but if you've run out of the essential skills, it's definitely on the list, so there's absolutely no reason to rush back to within spotting range of a dead light tank. Give it a couple of seconds. That's exactly what he's done. He's up to 5,500 spotting damage. And the team definitely have the advantage now in both kills and hit points remaining. Oh, he's up to 6,000 spotting damage. But he's probably exhausted the possibilities of further spotting from that bush. The enemy team are getting very wary of that particular location, so it's time to swap the nerves of steel for the balls of steel. A couple of enemy heavies dug in down here like ticks on a dog's back. The KV-4 and the Lerva, with nobody on the team really in a position to be able to get shots down into them. But Forever Noob can, and there goes the KV-4. Now the Lerva. Now, he's got one shot left, and he was able to take the shot at the KV-4 without getting spotted, but if he wants to get close enough to put shots into the Lerva, he's probably going to have to approach within 50 metres, and this will get him spotted. And it will get him shot at. And he's taken it. Actually, he's very lucky not to take 3 hits there, but he got away with it. Well, I say he was lucky. It was a calculated risk. He knew he was going to get spotted. He didn't hang around after taking the shot. He bugged out instantly. As a result, he only took the 1 hit. And he still has slightly more than a third of his health remaining, although getting hit now would be very, very bad. There are now, however, just 2 enemies left. I mean, the outcome of this match is not in doubt. And it's here where he decides that's quite enough of this spotting shit. It's time to strap on my bad pants, take my brave pills, press the zoom zoom button, and go for the King Tiger. and the King Tiger is ready to fire. Goes airborne for a bit of style points. King Tiger fluffs the shot, so even though he momentarily gets hung up on the rocks, he's more than capable of getting around that big lumbering, slow turning turret, getting the kill. There goes the last enemy tank. Fortunately, there's no collision damage from friendly vehicles, otherwise that could have been a slightly embarrassing ending. But it's all good. It's a fairly comfortable win. Although there were a couple of brown alerts there, most notably the Nomad right at the beginning, the T92 halfway through, and then that close encounter with the Tiger 2 at the end. But he held his nerve, he didn't panic. He knew exactly what both he and this tank were capable of. He didn't back off at the beginning after that close encounter with the Nomad and just chill out for the rest of the match. And if he had, well, I don't want to say that his team would have lost, because it was a fairly one-sided battle. But thanks to that aggressive scouting and his persistence in continuing to spot enemy tanks for the team, resulting in 7,000 spotting damage, I feel fairly confident in saying that his persistently aggressive scouting was a fairly large contributing factor in deciding the outcome of that battle. Auroric, if you're watching this, and you probably are, because I know you love your light tank battles as much as the next guy, well, probably more considering the standards that you've set for light tank play on this channel, but I don't think you need to worry about your crown today. Not that that's any criticism of Forever Noob, that was a well-played battle. It's just that when the standards have been set as incredibly high as they are around here, it's a really tough act to follow. Still, extremely well done to Forever Noob, very well played. I hope you all enjoyed it, and as always, take care. And I'll catch you next time.